Welcome back, everyone, to the Coopercast, the very inconsistent podcast where we talk about Sly Cooper. I'm, of course, joined with my co-host, Joseph, aka Mulatto Sly, but this time we actually have a guest, which we plan on doing more in the future, but Miharu the Fox, would you like to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hey guys, it's Miharu. You probably know me as the person who talks about Spyro a lot, and most notably Bianca. So, yeah, I'm here on the Coopercast, and I'm ready to talk about some Sly Cooper. Let's go.
Okay,
Must
great.
be another year anniversary.
Yeah.
It's another year already.
Oh yeah, we're trying to pump out these Coopercasts, but we do have more planned in the future. But since we do have news, we had to definitely had to talk about this as soon as possible.
So, before we start, let me just ask Miharu.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the games?
Okay, so listen, when it comes to Sly Cooper,
Since you said you were a Spyro
when it comes
fan,
to Sly
tell me.
Cooper, I really, really love the first game, and I don't like the second game. I'm okay with the third game, and I like the fourth game. So
It's kind of a bold statement right there.
I don't like the second game. I don't like the second game.
Why you don't like the second game?
I made a 7-minute long video on it if you want to watch. I have my problems with it.
Oh, I think I saw that like a long time ago.
My heart is hurting.
I do remember that. Yeah, that was it. Isn't it? Hey,
Yeah, that was my unpopular opinion. That's the one I was gonna state.
I feel hurt.
that's fine. That'll make for a more interesting podcast. But yeah, on the agenda today we have the Sly Cooper fan game, Court of Thieves, to discuss. We're gonna go through some unpopular opinions, some tier lists, just kind of a smorgasbord of stuff. But when it comes to news, I think we might as well just jump right into that because we have more about fan games. There's a lot of fan creations happening recently, and we finally got first
good ones,
look.
though. Good ones.
Oh yeah, for sure. And this one is especially weird because it's going to be made on Dreams for the PS4, PS5.
Isn't Savo's one on Dreams?
No, Kevin Savo's one is going to be. Well, I don't know too much about it, but it'll be on an actual game engine instead of Dreams.
Oh, okay. Do you know which game we're talking about, Miharu? Have you seen it?
I think so. I've seen I've seen things from it, probably images, but I haven't really looked into them.
You didn't see the new game? It looks so realistic.
Oh yeah,
No.
I wasn't expecting much from this fan game. People announce this kind of stuff all the time, and nothing comes of it, or it's really bad. I'm gonna be completely honest. But considering this was made in Dreams, the model for the main character just looks amazing. Maybe even better than something I'd saw in Thieves in
yeah.
Time, which is surprising.
Can you see it, Miharu? I'm sharing the screen with you.
Yeah, it does look really good.
They got
And
really the essence of Side 3, I'd say,
Oh yeah, for sure.
Looks good, no?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it does look pretty good. I like
Yeah,
the colors.
and something I've
Essentially,
always noticed.
what the guy said is basically this is the son of Sly and Carmelita. That's why he's this aspect.
Oh,
Yeah, that's why.
okay.
Yeah,
That's
that's cute.
cute.
I like it.
That's something the fan base has been wanting forever as a future game. Always been talked about.
That's
I mean,
other
with
thing.
a
I always expected that after the third game, that will be the conclusion of the third game, and the sequel will be with the son, and not with Sly anymore, because Sly was faking to be a cop.
yeah.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of that? Son or no son?
I think it makes for something very different, and we all saw how Thieves in Time
Daughter.
turned out, where it unraveled all of the stuff that was done in Sly 3. Sly 3 ended the series, and they unraveled it, and it was kind of a mess, in my opinion. So I think if they went with the son approach, it could have been way better.
Maybe. The thing is, Sly faked amnesia, so I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know. Maybe he will train his son in secret or something.
Yeah, I don't know. When it comes to
be-
story for this,
It will
we
be
don't have
way
anything.
more dramatic. It will be way more dramatic if he really had amnesia, and then he had a son, and then the son discovered that he was this master thief. And
Yeah.
then Sly is
Yeah,
chasing his own son.
Sounds about right.
Oh yeah, where Sly's a cop. No, that'd
There's
be
actually a funny fan art that I saw that Sly and Carmelita caught Bentley and Murray. And
Oh,
Sly
yeah.
was faking amnesia
I like
the whole
that.
time, you know?
weird. Oh my god, that's
During the time. So I'm assuming that Sly was working as a cop, no? He was not living with Carmelita for free, I'd say. He was doing something there, no?
yeah. It's doing
It's like
something.
something
I
about
like
this
the
seems
idea
familiar.
of Sly trying to start a new life and not be a thief anymore, and then his son like stumbling upon the thievius raccooners or something, you know, by himself.
Tier list.
You know, something I noticed with a lot of fan games is that they can get a good like model,
Yeah.
but when it comes to animations, it would look terrible. But everything I'm seeing here looks great. A lot of time definitely went into this. So did you guys want to do the tier list?
Yeah, I guess so. Are we just are we making
Joe
our
put
own
it
tier
in the
lists?
chat.
Like, what's
So I guess we can each take turns doing our own or something like that.
oh god, this might be hard
Would
for
you
me.
say boss
what
battle,
are we ranking based on?
Whole like story, basically overall. Let's say overall, everything
Yeah.
considered, the battle.
Yeah,
and
because
everything
some of
considered.
these people didn't have boss battles.
Really, they didn't.
I mean, I know Neela didn't necessarily.
Oh yeah, the whole Clockwork incident. Yeah, kill her.
Yeah.
Kill her with fire.
Somebody
No, I
agrees.
like her overall. You know, I like her, but I didn't want to battle the fake Clockwork. You know, I wanted to battle her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
I saw one fan on my stream saying that your popular opinion is that you don't like Neela. Is that true?
I hate Neela. I
Oh.
hate her with a burning passion. She's the worst.
How come?
Oh. Yeah, how come?
She's one of the reasons that I don't like Sly 2.
Why?
She just annoyed me. I didn't like her stupid keep up games, and that was already annoying. You know, that was already annoying me enough. And then like it seemed her whole thing was to just like, oh, I'm gonna like create a rift between Carmelita and Sly. Like, what? Who are you? Like, go away.
He
Yeah,
was
I guess
jealous.
she was doing a
He was
million
jealous.
different things in that game.
And her like the twist came out of nowhere. Like it was just like, haha, I'm stabbing you in the back. It's like I didn't care though.
Ouch. You know, let me give you my opinion on Neela. Okay, so overall, I liked her. Okay, I liked her. But the thing is with her is that, for example, I was building a rapport with her, you know? Throughout the game, I was always with Neela. And then she betrayed every single one. And the final boss fight, I was happy to fight Neela. But I was not happy to fight Discount Clockwork. Or even the name Clockla. That
Yeah.
ruined it, you know, for me.
Yeah, that's dumb. Well, I know, and that's what pisses me off even more is because I love Clockwork, and like this.
You want to
it's
hear
like you
something?
just
I actually don't like
it
Clockwork.
shits all over his
Oh.
legacy.
That was my unpopular opinion.
Oh,
So
God.
it actually kind of feeds into what you were saying. I guess I might as well go ahead and
Okay.
explain it.
Go ahead.
You know, behind the idea of Clockwork, I like it. You know, someone who stays alive for thousands of years with the hatred of, you know, the Cooper family who is always following them, trying to kill them, that sort of thing. It's kind of creepy, and I like it for a villain, but it was just never explained why. That's the easiest part they didn't do. You know, he's just evil for the sake of being evil. Oh.
I like that though.
Okay, since
I like
everyone
the
is saying
simplicity.
their unpopular
That's why I
opinion,
like
let
the
me say
first game.
mine.
I love the simplicity.
Paradox
of it.
is the best villain.
I think that's where I draw the line.
Okay,
I'm gonna need a new
basically
Interesting.
co-host.
the thing about
Interesting.
the
Let me
paradox
hear
is
that.
he's supposed to be the other side of the coin for Sly. He's like the other family of thieves. He was supposed to be his rival. Like in Pokemon, you have red and you have blue. He's supposed to be the guy that is always one step ahead
Okay.
of you. He's supposed to be the guy that you want to beat at all costs. But the way that Sanzaru handled him, I really hated, you know. And his boss fight, oh man, I was so disappointed with his boss fight.
Oh yeah,
It reminded me of Penelope
is that what
versus
it's like?
Lefui,
Ugh.
but worse. Way worse.
Mhm.
Oh, way worse. Like,
Yeah.
I like his idea, his whole concept of being your rival, of being the opposite side of the
Yeah.
coin, you know. I really like the concept, but overall, bad performance. Bad
Okay.
performance.
In terms of
But
concept,
he is the best
yeah.
villain, though.
The thing with Le Paradox, for me, is that he didn't really get much screen time. And it wasn't revealed until, like the very end that he was the villain all along. Which is a similar thing with Neela. But, Neela was more built up, even though it has a lot of flaws, was on screen a lot of the time. I think Le Paradox just kind of came out of nowhere. And didn't have much to him. I do like his story, though. His Sly's dad was one step ahead of Paradox's father, and that whole rival concept I do like, but
Yeah.
considering the boss
I
fight
guess the
and the
story
fact
is
that there
pretty
was
good.
no build up whatsoever,
I don't like his
it was-
design. He's
just
ugly.
ruined it for me.
Ah.
Oh yeah, that too.
The skunk.
It would have been
Isn't the
really
skunk
cool
the
to
enemy
see
of the
other.
raccoon?
Is it?
I think so. I don't know, I made that up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think they should have gone with like maybe another raccoon, something like that.
Oh, that would be perfect.
You know, you remember that like the pitched PSP game with the dark Sly?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, use something like that. That would have been a lot better, and
A bit
could have
edgy,
elevated
though.
him a lot. Even
Bit
if they
edgy,
didn't
though.
change the story, I think
Interesting.
just the design itself would have carried the villain a lot more.
Interesting.
Basically, Miharu, the dark side we're talking about, is, I think, was a concept art. You know the game Darksiders?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, it's basically an edgy game with demons and
Okay.
and whatnot. Basically, I think they made a concept of a dark sly. Let me show you in the chat. That's the dark sly.
Oh,
Basically, Sly is slaying
Okay.
demons. Sly is slaying demons.
interesting.
I guess it was way too edgy.
That's kind of cool.
It also looks a lot more menacing too.
Yeah.
Dark Sly with an a black cane. I don't know. Dude, it's just such a great idea, and that was basically a pitch for a very similar game to Thieves in Time. So I don't know.
He had like a
Nice.
cop as well, right? There was another concept of a cop or something. Or some cowboy vibes.
Yeah, cowboy stuff.
Yeah,
weird, a
guys,
lot
I
of that
think
stuff.
we have
Well,
a few opinions out of the way. I still have
I guess
a whole
I guess
page
I
of
can
ideas,
throw
but
some more unpopular
let's go
opinions
into
into
the-
this ranking thing. So I just
to the rankings. This is gonna be fun. We're gonna
well, I mean,
punch each
I
other.
guess I guess as we go through this, I'll just do it. So
Okay, sure. Tell me. Who you guys want to start with?
Let's just go in the order of each villain,
Okay.
and then we'll
Yeah.
all give our own opinion on that villain, and then
Alright,
move on to the next one.
Everyone can
first
see the
one
screen,
up-
right? I'm hearing.
Yeah,
the
I'll
window.
throw it up there.
alright.
he was boring. He was
So the
basically
first
a
one is
discount
El
Rajan.
Jefe.
Jefe. This is
Yeah.
Thieves in Time, right? Thieves in
This
Time.
is Thieves in Time.
I do. Yeah, it's actually my second favorite game.
No one likes Thieves in Time, no? God. Oh, you do?
I know. I just
Why?
I,
Why?
Listen. No, I
What?
listen. I'm just. This is what.
swear to God,
this is why I
everyone's
was
gonna
so
kill you in
like
the
I was
chat.
so nervous about coming on this podcast because I was just like, oh my god, nobody likes my Sly Cooper opinions. Well, I don't know. I liked it because I just thought it was kind of fun.
No,
I
it
never
makes it
finished
more
it, but
interesting.
I thought
Come
it was
on.
fun
That's
to
cool.
go to the different time periods and like all the ancestors had like cool abilities to play with.
Yeah, that's
I'll give you
exactly it. the whole concept of Sci-4 is good, but the story is what kills it. The gameplay is good as well. The story just kills the game. That's the thing.
Maybe if Sly didn't go to Egypt, I would actually like the game.
Yeah, die.
Oh, if
Wise.
so, you're saying if Sly just basically died with a blimp, that would
Oh.
be more happy.
Not, sure. Yep. Then we can
Instead of-
finally end the series. No more Sly.
until you discover that Carmelita was pregnant, and then we're all happy.
That's the true ending we all want.
Court of Thieves.
For the thieves.
Yeah.
So what'd you
I
guys
guess-
say? Maybe B or C.
Yeah, El Jefe just in general was just kind of a bland villain. Didn't have much to him. He wasn't, he had sort of like a general. I don't
I'm
know.
gonna go C.
Which we've already had in Sly Cooper, so there just
I'd
wasn't
say
much to
C
him.
then. C then. Yeah,
Yeah,
C.
I'll
Let's
go
go
C.
He was
Out
not the
of
worst
SA,
of that
B, C,
game.
and D.
Out of all the bosses, I think he was one of the
was
best of the
alright.
game, at least.
The boss fight itself, I liked. That was really cool.
This guy was a military or something, no? He was conquering
Yeah.
countries and stuff.
Yeah.
He's bad enough for a C. Let's give him a C.
Arpeggio was treated
Oh.
so horribly, and that's another
Tiny
reason
bird
I hate
Arpeggio.
Mila.
Ugh,
I
tiny
love
bird.
Arpeggio as a character. I think he's really cute, and he's just kind of, I don't know. I like his personality. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
You're
another one of
basically
the,
saying he's the evil Bentley then.
Right. Yeah.
It's very similar to, I'd say, Mugshot, where he was tiny, people made fun of him, so now he's making sure nobody can do that. So, for that, I gotta knock him some points, because he's just another Mugshot, and he didn't have much screen time.
I'm gonna say A, just
I guess
because
good
I
thing we don't
just
have
really
Alpha
like
Philly
him.
on the podcast, because she'd go S tier immediately.
A for effort.
A forever? Okay.
What'd you say? What'd you say, Base? A? B?
I'd put him at another C, if I'm being honest.
Another
I like
C.
the design. I like every time he was on screen. I liked him. I like how he's not menacing at all, but he's the leader of the Claw Gang. I
Yeah.
think that's cool.
All right.
But just in general,
So I say A, you
He's
say
the one that
C.
made
Let's
the
be in
plan,
the
that's
middle.
why.
Go B.
He's a smart one.
yeah. But then he was immediately killed off.
Agreed. I was actually going for B, actually.
All right, I guess B it is.
The only reason I'm giving him a B is that I don't feel a final boss battle end of the game with Arpeggio, you know? So I'm kind of happy they killed them off for Neela, or at least for a Clockwork, you know? Because Neela is
Well,
what
I
I said
hated her
before.
to
She
begin
built
with.
rapport with me. It made me hate her and wanna beat her at the end. But I didn't feel anything.
That's
I didn't
true.
feel anything
That's
for
true.
Arpeggio, you know?
It would have been cool if it was split up into like two boss
That
fights.
would have worked better.
You know, Neela on the ground, Arpeggio as Clockwork. I think that could have worked a lot better.
Oh yeah, that,
Or B.
Yeah.
true. Let's go with B then. B, we go B. So,
And I'm going to go ahead and throw this out there
Yes.
as well.
Tell me.
If you guys didn't know, Neela was originally supposed to be Rajan's daughter, which I
Oh.
think they
So
should
it's
have kept
confirmed
that
then.
idea
So
because
it's confirmed then.
yeah, that was the original idea, and I think they should have kept it because
Right.
it makes it
Like nothing
a lot
about her
more-
even
it
makes
makes a
sense.
lot more sense that she was a
So
part of the
that's
Claw
why.
Gang.
That's another reason I don't like her. Nothing about her makes
Rajan
sense.
is part of the Claw Gang. That would make
They
sense
never-
why she has all these connections and is working with them. Yeah.
They never
had
give
it
a
all figured
backstory,
out.
right? They never give
No.
a backstory how she met Arpeggio or something, no?
No.
He just appeared, basically.
Yep. If they kept the original idea, they would have had a lot more to work off of, but they scrapped it for some reason. It's so strange. I don't
But
know.
her being the daughter of Rajan, will she still work in Interpol like a disguise? Probably, no? Oh, not really.
Yeah, it would have made a lot, because she would have been sort of like a rat for Rajan, you know, gotten the inside of Interpol, you know. I don't know.
Makes sense.
It's really weird how they never explained it.
Let's go to everyone's favorite chicken. Cao.
Sao. Okay.
Miharu, you know Cao, right? Ah, you know him.
I
Oh,
barely
okay, so
know
you don't
him.
hate
I
him
didn't
then,
really
because
do
he
this
said
level.
that women are not good. Women are only for the kitchen. Basically, that's what he said.
Well, he's an old timer, so you know.
The fact that he overthrew the Panda King, a previous villain, kidnapped his daughter, and then said heinous things, like, that's just a recipe for a good villain. Plus, he had multiple boss fights, and I just think it was just
Even
a
had a
great
dragon.
experience. Even had a dragon, yeah. There was 3 separate little mini boss fights. Even though a lot of the missions themselves maybe weren't the best, but I just think everything that had to do with him was great in that episode.
Yeah, he was menacing when he was on screen. He actually managed to steal Bentley's computer. He found the hideout and everything.
Yeah, he found the hideout. That doesn't happen too often or ever.
Yeah, everyone is just so dumb. The hideout is just in front of everyone, but okay.
Yeah, he was finally smart enough to figure it out, you know.
C, I'd say. No, S then.
Bro,
Is it S?
I'll put him in S. He's one of my favorites.
I'll put it in S. What's your statement?
Well, again, I don't really know. I'm sure whatever. I guess I'll agree.
Now everyone's least favorite bird.
A flea.
A pirate.
He was very
How
similar
about this one?
to...
Do you know this one?
I didn't do this level either, but I do recall watching the Penelope fight with him.
Ah, what do you think of it? Bad.
I thought that was kind of
Oh,
cool.
it was cool. That was actually a very controversial fight.
Yeah. I do like how there's a boss fight with Penelope, though.
I don't know, just for example, the whole episode with the pirates had so much hype, so much intense missions, and then the boss fight was just a bit boring, you know?
I don't know if
That's what everyone thought of it.
boring.
For example, everything until the point of the boss fight was good, but then when the boss fight arrived, it was a bit awkward. Like, we all liked that Penelope faced him, but not the way it was, you know? Just dodging and
Right, but I
attacking,
thought
you know?
Penelope looked cool while doing it, so...
So what's
Yeah, I
your
agree.
verdict? What's your verdict, Basil? What's your verdict?
Hold on, I lost my
C?
train of thought. Hold on.
C?
I was gonna say something. Oh, yeah. I'll just put him in, like, C, because with a lot of the Sly 3 bosses, they were disconnected from the overall story, so a lot of times you didn't even have too much of a reason to hate him. So
Sure.
Flashbacks, then.
he's not likable,
C, I
for
guess.
sure, but
Oh,
I'll put him in
Rajan.
C.
He's the smartest man of the seas. This one, Dr. M.
Dr. M. S. Alright,
No,
let's move on to the
I
next
don't
one.
really know him either.
God,
No.
You know the story behind M?
Well, not legitimately. My friend
so
copied
I'm
her
assuming you didn't
save
play the
data,
third game,
and
then.
I just went back and played Flight of Fancy a lot.
Understandable. That's a great one.
Oh god, so basically you're telling me
No.
you bought the trilogy
No,
for
that's
the
not what I
PlayStation
did.
3,
I
and then you
I
called
don't
someone
have
over
the collection.
to platinum all the games for you. I swear to God, I had a friend like that.
I don't
He
have
was
the
basically
collection.
a trophy collector on the PlayStation 3, and he got the Sly trilogy, and the trophies were not so hard in the Sly trilogy. So he called me over and said, "Hey, can you platinum the games for me?" And I said, "You don't want to play the games?" And I said, "You don't want to play the games?" He
I
said,
would- I would
"Nah,
do
just
that."
the trophies, please."
Wow.
Because, well, the thing about Sly 3 is I forgot that I actually had it for a long time. Like, I forgot I owned it, and I was like, oh, I guess I do own it. And then, by that time, you know, my friend had come over and she brought her memory card.
Ah,
And
you
like,
cheated.
did you beat Sly 3? She's
You
like, yeah.
cheated.
And so I was like, just copy your save data. And so I so I just went back and played like the first level,
I
and
see.
then like Flight of Fantasy a lot.
Well then,
To sum
Joe,
up-
what do you think of Dr. M?
No, S. I'd say S. He's very
Oh.
menacing. He's very menacing. The whole story is nice. Basically, Miharu, Dr. M, was the Bentley
Okay,
of Sly's
that's what I
dad's
heard.
group. He was the Bentley. He was the Bentley of that group. And for a Bentley, he's almost as strong as Murray, or stronger as Murray. His boss battle
Yeah.
was hard. He was hard to beat. Freaking monkey.
Yeah, I liked his battle. I like the connection between Sly's father, because we didn't get too much of that in 1 and 2. Of course, we got the intro backstories, maybe some dialogue with the Fiendish Five, but this was a real connection. He was a part of Sly's dad's gang. I loved that, and
Yeah.
once again, very menacing.
So actually, something about this, like, I think Sly Cooper is something that I would enjoy watching as like a TV series more than actually playing the game, because I didn't really care about the story as much. I liked the story in the first game because it was very simple and easy to follow, and so it's more something I would enjoy like watching than playing.
I understand that. I know, well, like, I mean, a lot of people play games for different reasons.
It's never coming out.
It will be good.
Yeah. Too bad that's.
I thought there was going to be a TV series.
You could have had that,
Didn't
actually.
hear much about it yet.
It's not fair, boys.
Who knows? I don't know. We used to talk about that all the time, but it's just not worth it anymore.
It's not fair. They prioritize Ratchet and Clank. They should have go for Sly
But I
first.
like Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah.
Ratchet and Clank doesn't need other stuff out there. They already have a lot.
Yay!
Ratchet and Clank. I hate them.
We should just
But
like
That I could
switch to a
actually
Ratchet
talk
and
about.
Clank podcast.
Love-hate
We'll always
relationship.
have new stuff to talk about.
Oh, Penelope.
Let's go for Penelope.
love
What do you guys
Penelope.
think? Penelope.
Oh, Penelope.
When she
Another
was,
funny one.
Well, when she was a protagonist, but I still like her, even as a villain. I don't know, like I feel bad. I feel kind of bad for her. That's all.
I don't know. I feel like it's so strange because, you know, Sucker Punch wrapped everything up in Sly 3, and then Sly 4 they decided to go a completely different direction. So it's really hard to say what her character really was.
Right.
Because in the first game, she seemed to have no intention of becoming a villain, and then she did. So it was very out of left field. I don't think it's the worst thing ever.
Just the way they handle it, basically, then.
Because she was introduced as a sort of like sneaky person who was doing some shady things,
Yeah.
but then ended up, you know, a part of the Cooper gang. So it's not completely out of her
Right.
character.
I don't think
I
they
just don't
wrote
think
it.
I would have rather seen that.
Right. I don't think they wrote it correctly. They could have done it better.
Yeah, I think they just wanted more character development for Bentley and wanted something surprising.
Yeah.
So it's not completely warranted, but it wasn't the worst. I'd put her at B, because I think she makes for a good villain, but I don't think she had to be a villain.
Sure. I'd go B.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
I prefer.
People say that she was hypnotized.
Yeah.
Would you agree on that?
Well, I don't know. Like there was a theory that was going around, and I was like, maybe, but like I don't really have anything to back that up. So.
Yeah, Sanzaru had plans for Penelope in Sly 5, and I think that would have explained it a lot further, but we are sitting here 8 years later without Sly 5, so I don't know. It looks like the reason why people hate her is because it wasn't really warranted or explained that much, but I think Sanzaru did that on purpose so that they could do
what was
more
the
in Sly
reason?
5.
Money, right? The
Yeah,
reason for
pretty
her was
much.
money, right?
Money.
Yeah,
She's a gold digger.
just, it's the classic reason.
Money, money,
I
money.
think so,
But I have one question for you guys.
I
Is she
don't know.
redeemable?
but I think so.
How? What can she do?
Right, he was redeemed, and nobody batted an
If
eye.
the Panda King was redeemed, who killed Sly's father, sure. Yeah. So I'll just say,
the thing,
yeah,
the
she
thing
is.
about the thing about panicking was the double personality. That's Savvy's butt. What do we have about Penelope? Don't tell me she was hypnotized, you know?
If she was hypnotized, then hell yeah. But
I think
it's
somebody
all
just
for
doesn't
God.
like
it's hard to
Penelope.
say because I have no idea what Sanzaru was thinking or what their future plans were. Yeah. Somebody was like, we don't have enough story. Let's do something
I
crazy
did
that nobody
prefer-
expects. I think
I have
that was the
said
whole
this
idea
in the
behind
past,
it.
though.
And then it set up
I
sci-fi.
preferred her twist over Neela's twist because it was actually a twist.
Yeah, I think I can agree with that.
The motive was not there though, but yeah, we digress.
This next villain is from PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale. I'm just gonna skip over
Which
that.
one? This guy
I don't
here?
remember
The purple
much,
guy. I don't remember much from that, so I'm not
I
gonna
did.
even
I
speak
mean, I
about
did
it.
kind of like the game though.
And it's
I
not necessarily a
enjoyed
slide
playing
villain.
Yeah, kill it. Let's go to the next one then. Who's the
It's
next one on your
Decibel.
list? Decibel, right?
Yeah.
The elephant lady.
Very similar situation with like Arpeggio. It's just kind of like another repeat of what's his name?
Contessa?
Dimitri in some
Oh,
sort of
Dimitri?
way.
I'd say Contessa, no, because of the whole hypnosis thing.
Yeah, that too. Like
I
they
Just
hate
another
the Grizz's
discount.
boss fight.
yeah,
character.
we're, same with the Grizz. Let's do two at once. Decibel and Grizz. Kind of copycat characters. Not much to them.
I didn't even complete that fight.
Yeah,
I
they're
straight
just-
up skipped and watched a walkthrough online.
It's not even that it's like they're terrible. It's just they're so forgettable. For me, I
Both
put
to
them
D?
at D.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Kill them.
At least like El Jefe was a little bit menacing, and I liked his boss fight. But them, they had no redeemable
Yeah.
qualities.
Wow, I just realized that all bosses so far that we did are all
I
discounts
can't really
of
say much
bosses
about
of Slide 2.
Miss Decibel because I didn't even. I
I
didn't,
just realized that. It's so
yeah.
funny. They were
Speaking
not
of which-
original, were they?
No.
I can't really say much about Miss Decibel because I didn't even. I
You
didn't even
didn't
get
miss
to that
much.
level. So I don't know.
Yeah, but when it comes to Sly Cooper, you know, you have like 6 villains a game, and they all have to have different backstories that you explain. And it's not like Crash Bandicoot where here's your boss, you know, but let's have like just have it like a wacky design. You don't really have to explain who they are. This was they have to go in depth, so it was really hard to like not repeat something.
No,
So.
yeah. I know where you're coming from, but for example, Miharu doesn't play the games in a while, and she recognizes everyone. But
Yeah.
I bet with you that, and she's a new player. That's basically what the example I'm giving. If a new player plays Slide 1, Slide 2, Slide 3, and Slide 4, I bet with you that the person will recognize all bosses of Slide 2, 1, and maybe 3. Even this freaking mask that is considered a boss apparently, the mask of the guru, and not every one of the 4th game. You know?
Yeah.
Sad, but it's reality.
Even, especially with like El Jefe, he was another tiger. Like you didn't have to do that.
Yeah, discount Rajan.
Oh yeah, true.
There is a lot of animals out
Animals.
there. So shit.
Let's go to the next one then.
Contessa. This one.
Ooh, Spider.
This one.
I think
like.
the Contessa is interesting as a character. I absolutely hate her level though. It scares the crap out of me.
Joe, what do you think?
No, I like her. I like her design. I like the fact that she was a corrupt cop. I like the fact that she killed her husband for money.
Oh yeah, that was straight up savage right there.
What else do I like? I like her old conversation with Sly, saying that Sly is just playing dress up in his father's shoes. That really got me think a lot.
Yeah. Made
We really
Sly
need some
question
lore, you know?
himself a little bit, you know?
I like the whole interaction. I don't want your professional opinion.
The hypnosis I loved, especially on the boss fight. You know, she totally took down both Sly and Carmelita. You know, jailed Sly and Murray, which I don't think has happened since. Bentley was on his own. I loved that. I mean, just everything about this character set up a great episode. Her second episode is a little iffy, but she had a great boss fight. Overall, I really liked her. Menacing too.
A.
Would you say A or C? What'd you guys say? A.
I'm not gonna lie, I put her
Maybe
at
S
S,
as well,
but I'm gonna
I'll
go ahead and
go
do A since you guys also said A. So
A for effort.
yeah.
Nearly there.
Now we're at Le Paradox, which we already kind of discussed.
My boy. His hair is sponsored by L'Oreal because he's worth it.
I'll put him at D.
I have to put him at D too
Joe,
because I don't
whatever
really.
you say, I'll meet you halfway.
I don't really like him that much.
What'd you say, Miharu? Okay.
I'm sorry.
Oh God, you guys are killing me.
But, hey Joe, what is your honest opinion?
My honest opinion is a B. Not a A, just a B. But since you guys
Okay.
are saying D, I'll put him a D. It's my unpopular opinion anyway, and most people say D, so let's put it at D.
I'll put him over there.
Mugshot. I put Mugshot in A.
Guess he's not worth it then.
His boss fight is my favorite to
Mugshot.
replay in that game. That's my go-to replayable boss fight. So, A. His boss fight is my favorite to
Okay.
replay in that game. That's my go-to.
Yeah, I thought that one was a lot of
replayable
fun
boss
as
fight,
well.
So.
I put him at A too. I thought he had a fun boss fight. His backstory and reason for becoming a villain, very average, but he was really funny, had great dialogue, so that kind of makes up for it. But since his backstory is kind of average, I wouldn't put him at S. But A, I understand it. What about you, Joe?
I like the fact that he reappeared in Side 3.
Yes.
I really like that. So I'm
Yes.
going for A as well.
That's why I replay
Really?
that level so much.
So which of the boss fights did you prefer? The original
Yeah,
one
'cause I
with
just
Sly
really
or the
like
one
him.
with Carmelita? The original one.
The original one.
I'm going with A.
Although
I'm
playing
going
as
with A.
Carmelita is
Let's put
pretty
him
fun.
at A then. Big Muscle Bulldog. He's the gangster with the casino. Oh yeah, his level of Mesa City is just wonderful. I just love the casino.
Yeah, and his design, I think he's one of the most menacing villains there is. Overall, pretty good.
Buff dog, skipping leg day all day.
Yeah, he really. I don't think he did a leg day in his life.
Yeah.
I always thought he was kind of like a gorilla, not a bulldog,
doesn't even
because
have
of
a
his
tiny
big arms
tail.
and no legs.
Really?
Jeez.
I think they
Everyone's
have tiny
favorite
ones.
crocodile. Oh yeah, he doesn't even have a tail. Oh wait, but bulldogs don't have tails, do they?
Yeah.
He's in his small
I hate her
pants.
boss fight, but I love her as a character.
Let's
Alright.
go for Miss Ruby. What do you guys say? Another scary one.
Yeah, I thought she was pretty cool. I actually liked her boss fight. Not gonna lie. At least the beginning.
It's stressful
part
for me.
was
Plus,
pretty good,
I had
like
a
the
real
platforming.
I had a really like
When it gets to the
shitty
button
PS2
pushing, that's
controller
alright.
at the time, and like it wouldn't register my button pushes. Shitty PS2 controller at the time, and like it wouldn't register my button pushes. So, like I would constantly fail.
A lot of people are complaining about the trilogy because
Yeah,
they
it's not
changed the
synced.
song,
Yeah.
the rhythm of the song or something.
It's like not synced
felt the
well,
same?
I guess, so it makes it harder.
God damn it, Sanzaru.
Thing is, she follows a similar pattern of other villains where she was made fun of as a kid, so she became evil. But I do like her mystical powers. I liked her boss fight. Her dialogue's really funny. Sly 1 had a lot of funny villains.
B.
So yeah,
then.
I'd put her at B.
Yeah, B. B looks like a sweet
Sounds good.
spot.
Yeah. Not terrible.
Panda
not
King.
great.
Panda King.
I love the Panda King.
The Kung Fu one or the normal one?
I'm taking into account Sly 1 and Sly 3. Sly 3 just
another-
elevated him to a whole other level.
Yeah, you got more backstory and you got to know him better.
Yeah.
But this is as a villain.
I still, as a villain, liked him. I mean,
Yeah?
he didn't. The thing is, if you just played Sly 1, he didn't have much to him. Once again, he made fun of, he was poor, became a villain. Like, okay, jeez. But I liked this boss fight. His
I don't
level
really
was
think
nice.
much of him.
I know we're taking into account a bunch of different things, but
I'm
with
gonna
Sly 1,
go
I would have put him at a B.
B,
A solid
probably,
B.
because I don't really think
But
much
with
of
Sly
him.
3, I'd put him at
I
an S.
kind of like replaying his boss fight too, in the first one.
I'd say we go middle and A. What'd you say, Miharu? A or B?
I mean, it's pretty fun.
B. That was the best boss fight, right? Of the first game. That's the best one, no?
First one.
Yeah, it's one of the better ones, I'd say.
It's
Sly
more
1's boss
direct.
fights were
It's more
hit or miss.
direct. You
Yeah,
don't
I
need
mean,
to
it's
run
pretty fun.
around or avoid stuff. It's more direct. It's just a straight up brawl.
Yeah. Alright, if we're just talking about Sly 1, I think we could all agree on B.
B then.
Okay.
Let's go with a B. Oh, so Riley the Frog.
Yeah, B. I like the.
Oh yeah, snowy
whole
China.
I like the whole his world though. That was fun. In fact, well, Mugshot and Pancakes
Oh
World,
my,
they
she
have
knows the
my two
names.
favorite levels. Two to Tango and
Oh
Duel
God.
Dragon. My favorite levels.
How about the next
I
one?
have
So
to.
Riley
They're
the
my
Frog,
favorite
what'd you
levels.
say? Oh, you
What?
like it?
I love Raleigh.
I do like. It's strange.
I
'cause-
think he's fun.
Yeah,
I
maybe
don't
I
know,
should
I
stop
just-
taking account to these backstories. Maybe they're not supposed to be that much, but he got bored of being rich, so became a villain. At least it's different, you know? It's very different. I like that.
At least he was not bored or bullied. He was just bored. So
Yeah,
it's cool,
that
I
makes
guess.
sense. I guess a lot of rich people are like that. They get into crime because they get bored. I don't know.
He was actually a pirate, not really a
Yeah, still being a criminal.
criminal, no? It was more of a piracy.
Yeah. I
And
do
then
like
he
that.
became-
His level looked really nice.
And then he
Yeah,
became
he's like
what?
the
The
tech
brains of
expert.
the Fiendish Five? Was it the brains?
Pretty much.
Or the mechanic or something? Yeah,
I like
the
his
tech
boss fight
expert.
too. I really love his
And
voice.
I actually personally liked his boss fight.
One thing that I kind of didn't pay attention as a kid is basically this guy just
Yeah.
straight up say that we should kill you as well as a kid.
Oh, yeah.
How sloppy
Oh,
of me not
we
to
should
have looking
finish
back, I
the
like
job.
Yeah, now that I replay it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A.
What'd you guys say? B? A?
I think I'm gonna have to. Oh, really? I'd say B.
B? What'd you
What,
say,
what are you
Miharu?
thinking?
I'm thinking a B as well.
Okay.
No, because we're looking at, for example, Mugshot. And I think he's missing
Yeah.
something if we compare him to a Mugshot, you know? For me, I think it's the boss fight. I like more Mugshot's boss fight.
Right.
If it was a better boss fight, I will go for an A. But
I
in my
prefer
case,
Mugshot's
I'm
boss
missing
fight
the
as well.
boss fight. Everything else is just on point. Rajan, Indian Spice Lord.
Pretty much a drug dealer.
Yeah, pretty much a drug dealer, yeah. That's actually true, drugs inside too.
Yeah.
And we never knew.
Yeah. It's pretty much like at your face, but if you played it when you were younger, I definitely didn't understand exactly what was going on. But I do like Rajan. Once again, he really worked his way up, you know, trying to become royalty. I do like that. Plus, his sort of legacy throughout the game lasted because they continued to deal with the
respects
spice
the
stuff.
hustle.
Yeah, he was on the grind. But his legacy continues throughout the rest of the game because you still deal with the spice that he was making. You know, Murray digested it in episode 4, went berserk.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's still like a piece of Rajan there. So he had an impact on me, at least in the game.
I really like his boss fight though. It was really hard boss fight.
Yeah, it's like the most direct boss fight. You're just fighting
Yeah.
him
It's
straight
like,
up.
you're
straight
in
up
like a
combat.
little arena area, aren't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, this is
Like a
very
little
difficult.
arena area, aren't
Usually,
you?
the slot boss fights are just
Yeah.
one and done. You have no problem. But this one was difficult. It was hard.
Yeah, he was actually pretty tough. And
Yeah, I don't think I liked his
you know,
boss
because
fight very
this
much. I
boss
do like him.
battle actually had a lot of stakes because Sly was injured and Nila just betrayed you. So you were a bit emotional when battling him.
Yeah, there's a lot riding on this boss fight.
And I actually liked Murray's development in this battle. I may not be smart, but I'm not weak. I really like that, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it was the true.
Oh yeah,
turning
you had to
point
fight
for
him with Murray, didn't you?
Because
Because
this
remember
guy
in Sly
straight up
1, he was
insulted
all-
him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, really?
That's probably why I didn't like
That's
it.
the
'cause I
best
don't
part
like
of Sly
playing
2. He just two-shots everyone.
I don't really like playing him either, but like he was more combat focused. So when he got into a boss fight, I think that elevated it a lot more.
So what'd you guys say? A or S? I'm between these two. A or S? What'd you guys say?
I'm going S because If you really look at it,
Sure,
I'm
we
only
can
seeing
go
one
S.
other villain on this tier list that I think could be an S, so I'd put him up there as one of the greats.
Let's go S then. This count is at C.
So that's
For discount.
his boss fight is like the opera thing, right?
Octavio.
Yeah, Octavio.
That was funny. I loved that part.
Yeah. Oh, it's
That's the one.
basically another Rajan. Yeah. He was a funny guy, kind of like Dimitri.
He was going to
know.
use Bente to fertilize his tomatoes.
He was definitely one of the funnier villains, and I liked his boss fight because it was another like combat-oriented, very similar to Rajan. You played as Murray, and just like in Sly 2, one of the members was injured. Actually, it's very similar. Jeez, I never noticed this.
I like his whole concept because he was famous and then he lost his fame and basically wanted to force everyone to like him again by becoming
Yeah.
a mobster.
I love
I
that.
like it.
That's
alright.
great.
I guess as a character, I never really thought much about him as a character. I just really liked the opera thing. I thought that was funny.
Yeah, but he is kind of similar to other bosses, kind of like, you know, taking ideas that they knew worked. So I'd put him in A personally.
Yeah, I'm going for A.
I would
What'd you
say B,
Miharu?
but I guess majority rules.
Majority rules. You
I
screwed
guess
my
that's how
paradox.
we're doing it today.
You screwed my paradox, so I screw you.
Exactly.
Oh, your favorite one,
Z.
Neela.
Neela. Oh, there is no F, but if we were there,
We're
I
creating
mean-
a separate tier just for her.
yeah, I'm not a big fan. Like I
Yes.
said, I don't think she's terrible, but I'd probably put her at C.
See.
D, E,
But
F.
I don't know. It's just for Miharu, I'll put her at D
Oh,
because she feels very strongly about that. And I don't even really like Neela either.
oh really? You didn't like her?
Yeah.
So what? You
I don't
would
feel a
prefer
certain
her
way.
as
If
a
she would-
cop? You
I
prefer
feel
her
like
as a
if she
cop?
was connected more to Rajan, like originally intended, I would have liked her more. I don't know. I might put her at C. I don't know. Well, I mean, if we're going majority rules, I guess C.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go see. Like,
There was
I
a
don't
little bit
like
put in
her as much because of some
Okay.
points, but I think she's better than the ones we have a D, you know?
Right.
So I'm going for a C.
Right.
Come on, Miharu, you're going to say that you prefer the Grease over
Yeah.
Neela?
I just don't like his boss fight. But like, well, I mean, he pissed me off, but like in a different way.
So that's the thing.
She
So
pissed me
she's a
off
good villain.
because
She makes you not like her.
She made the whole game unlikable for me.
Damn, she really did her job then.
Yeah.
She made me not like the game,
Oh, what's the name of this? The next
which is a
guy?
bad thing.
Toothpick?
Oh, yeah, I totally forgot. Jeez. That just goes to show. I don't.
Toothpick.
No.
I didn't like his boss fight. How boring. It was just jumping.
Yeah, I just forget everything about him. I've played Sly 4 plenty of times. The most forgettable villain I think there is in the entire series.
Kind of, yeah. What was his story again? He wanted to play cowboy?
I don't remember. I know he liked cowboy movies. So he became a villain. I don't fucking know. I don't remember anything.
I feel bad that we're putting all the villains on
No!
the Sly 4 just in D. Or Thieves in Time in this case.
Toothpick is
did
my
you- did
favorite
you
villain
like
in that game.
Toothpick?
Cause he's so cute.
Why?
Oh.
Why?
I know, but
But
he's
a villain
cute.
is not meant to be cute.
Yeah.
I liked his boss fight, and like
I don't-
he's.
God. Oh, you like it?
I'm speechless right now. I love how we almost disagree.
It makes
on
me
almost
sad that
everything.
nobody
This
likes
is great.
Toothpick or remembers him.
That is awesome.
It's funny. It's funny.
He couldn't even remember
Okay.
his name.
In my honest opinion. Oh god. F in the chat.
Yeah. And I'm like
I
one
knew
of
it
the
was
biggest
Tooth
Sly
something.
fans out there.
I just knew it was Tooth something.
I
F in
liked
the
that-
chat for
that
Toothpick.
level a lot
F in-
too.
F in
that
the
was,
tier
well, that was
list,
my
dude,
favorite
like, if
level,
we
not
had
only
one.
because like I liked him, but
Okay.
I liked
But-
Tennessee was my favorite ancestor to play as.
That was a good level.
Yeah, that I can agree. Tennessee was my favorite as well. But maybe
think-
if we fought him using Tennessee, maybe I would put him as a bit higher. Maybe or a bit more memorable in this case. But
Yeah.
since it was a bit boring, maybe D.
Yeah, I love the level, but like the,
No!
he just no, I can't allow this to happen.
Say goodbye.
Sorry, Miharu, we're going with the D.
Toothpick is like my paradox for you.
Goodbye. Kill it.
All right, John Bassan, let's just move on.
He was boring.
Then we both
Like,
sad. Jan Bisson. What do you think of Jan Bisson?
I'm gonna have to agree. He transported the spices. I liked his level a lot, and his boss fight was pretty cool. But him as a villain himself was very, very boring. So
He was not so menacing, right?
right. I mean, if we were just going off his story and just like him as a character, I'd put him at C or D. But I loved his boss fight and I loved his level, so I would put him at B.
I liked his story. I think was okay. I didn't understand really why he became a villain, but I think it was okay. One thing that I didn't like as much was the boss battle, honestly. I don't know, maybe if you fight him a bit more direct with Bentley. I know Bentley can beat him, but I don't know, maybe if they could do something different with the boss battle.
I know you tried to fight him with Sly and Murray.
Oh yeah, with Sly was awful. Didn't do any damage. Murray wrecked him, but Sly didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Did you know that, Miharu? You can battle him with Murray and Sly.
I didn't do his boss fight.
Oh, you gotta use mod.
I
and
didn't know
stuff
that
like
'cause I
that.
didn't
We've
do
been
his
getting
boss
into
fight.
that recently.
Messing up the game. Bentley for the win. One thing that I like about him is that he's another of the smart guys that actually found the hideout and he stole all the Clockwork parts. So I like that bit.
I did like
He sold them all. He sold them all. Just for that alone, I put him at B.
I'm gonna say C, but
What's your verdict, Miharu?
sure.
I guess we can just go with B. How's that?
B?
Yeah.
B. Oh, Clockwork now. What do you guys say?
Oh, are we
Clockwork.
skipping those two? Okay. Clockwork S
much
for
hype.
me because I love.
Which one are we? C.
I mean,
No, S. Yeah, S.
I kind of already shared my opinion. I
Majority rules
don't
S.
like him
the-
at all. I'd put him at C.
Your unpopular opinion. S.
Yeah.
Let's put it
Yeah,
S.
in majority of rules,
Yes.
we'll have to put him at S.
I just
Yeah.
didn't understand something, guys. Can you please explain me? In Sly 1, we beat him, okay? He's dead. He's in the lava. The whole cutscene where his eye just glows, he's not dead. Okay, cool. But we skip 2 years later. We go to Sly 2. Can you explain me why the hell is his parts displayed in a museum?
I don't know.
If
Just another
Carmelita
reason
knew
I
he
don't like
was
Sly 2.
international criminal. Can you explain me?
Oh, I couldn't tell you. Yeah, that is so strange. I never got that. Never will.
Just burn it or put it in a freaking prison.
Just put him in C already.
S because he's so cool. He looks cool, and I love his voice.
He is cool. Yeah, I gotta
Oh,
give
yeah.
you that.
Yeah, that's cool. That's true. That's true. Just a bit more lore, essentially. That's the only thing you're missing, I think, Paisa. Just the lore.
Oh yeah, if they had,
Yep.
expanded it a little bit more, I probably would have really liked him.
We have 2 more people to go. 2 more characters to go.
You're not including the mask.
Do you want to use the mask?
I don't
Yeah, I mean,
know
it
this
is
thing at
technically
all,
a
so
villain.
I'm
Okay, let's do the mask. D.
get out of here.
D.
Okay, you know what? Let's just
Get out of here.
Yeah. All right. Next.
Yes,
We have
Penelope.
Dimitri and the Black Baron.
The Black Baron was sort of just Penelope
Penelope's alter ego.
again.
Penelope's alter ego.
I like the design. I love the plane fight. The boss fight was nice as well.
just
but
Eggman on a
considering
plane.
it was Penelope, they didn't really
Give backstories or anything.
give backstory on the Black Baron. He was basically just a guy who cheats
It's just Eggman on a plane.
plane flying.
Yeah.
But it
What
was
did they
Penelope
see?
in the end, and that was actually like a big plot twist.
Plane
Like
flying.
Oh.
I didn't see it coming. So I'd put him at like A, personally.
Oh yeah, actually, I like his boss battle in the plane. I like it.
Yeah. I love that.
I actually felt it was a bit menacing, actually.
Yeah, design's very menacing. Voice, when it wasn't Penelope. And I like the idea that it was Penelope, so that just adds more to it.
Yeah, let's go A. Makes sense.
Okay.
A.
Sweet.
I think this is the last one. Dimitri.
S.
Sure.
He's hilarious.
Dimitri, I'd put it S. He's my favorite villain.
bro.
He's
We don't
so
really
much
have
fun.
to talk much about Dimitri. Like it's just
No,
it's
he
so
was- he was the
straightforward.
high
I think
point.
everybody understands.
It was
He's
a
the
high
best
point
part of
of
that
Slide to
game.
Dimitri. His nightclub, just the music. Oh, the boss battle.
Dude was just
whole
trying to
dialogue.
get money and own a nightclub. That's all he was trying to do.
Just hustling.
Yeah, he was on the grind as well.
I guess this is the whole list. What's your verdict? Anything changes? We keep everything as it is? I'm putting you the list here in the chat.
I think this is the quintessential.
I think we did a
Well,
good list, no?
I wouldn't agree with
Yeah.
certain things, but I guess so. Toothpick?
Okay, apart from Neela, what else would you change?
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's the problem.
You see, I even forgot about him again.
I forgot about our whole entire toothpick conversation.
I'd put toothpick at A.
Rip.
I'd put toothpick at A. And
You pick it, eh?
Neela at D. And
Neela D. Just those, I think, no?
Jean-Bisson at C. And
Anything else?
I don't know. I guess that's about it.
I
Cause
think it's balanced either way.
like
I'm very happy with our S's. I'm happy with our S's.
well,
Oh, me too,
Sao
the
and,
S ranks.
and Dr. M, I don't like really know them at all, so I can't even place them.
You should play the Cao level. You will understand why we like him so much. You
Okay.
definitely should play the third game. At least his level. His level is the best one, in my opinion. And you even get to play as Panda King, which is cool.
Yeah.
What do you say, Bicep? We conclude the tier lists?
Yeah, I'm fine with it. You know, of course, I don't really agree with Clockwork, but he was the first villain. He was iconic, so it's understandable.
What's the deal with clocks, bro?
How you know vision?
Oh boy.
I mean, yeah, I guess that ends it. I mean, we covered everything that we wanted to. Made the perfect tier list. This is a fact. Nobody can dispute it in the comments. This is the best tier list. Yeah, we talked about Court of Thieves.
really find it funny that all the villains of Sly Thieves in Time are in D. Hilarious.
Was it all of them? Well, El Jefe
Except-
was
Not
in
all of
C.
them.
Except El
Penelope.
Jefe, yeah.
Huh.
Penelope doesn't really count as a villain, does she?
Well, maybe not. I don't know.
I don't know. It's so strange. I like how they put the Black Baron in here,
Yeah.
but not the Dark Knight.
The Black
Oh, true. Well,
Either
technically, the Dark Knight was Penelope,
think
and
it's the
the
Black
boss fight
Knight.
is with Penelope.
Yeah, you're
That's
still
better.
fighting the Black Knight, though. I don't know. It's weird.
Anything else you guys want to discuss
think
about the tier list? We
We're
conclude the tier list.
concluding it.
All right. Is
It's
there
all good with me.
anything else? Anything else you want to add up? Any more?
I think I've said
unpopular opinions?
every one of my unpopular opinions while we were doing this.
I think I
All
got
right.
mine as well. Yeah, I got mine out of the way. If I remember any, I will post it in the comments, and then I fight with everyone that wants to fight with me in the comments. So make sure
Yeah.
everyone leaves their own popular opinion in the comments down below.
Yeah, the Clockwork one for me was pretty much it. That was my big one.
My big one was La Paradox. I love him.
And then Neela. So we all had like unpopular opinions about the big
Yeah.
villains.
Which is funny, actually.
All right, well, I guess that concludes it. Miharu, thank you very much for
Yeah,
coming
no
on this
problem.
podcast. And we definitely plan to have more guests in the future for future episodes. We actually have another one planned. Hopefully we can get that out relatively soon to make this more of a regular thing. And hopefully the news keeps coming. Joe, is there anything, or both of you, is there anything else you'd like to add?
Ladies
ooh.
first, go ahead.
I think I've said everything I needed to say, really. Yeah, this was really fun, and, yeah, thank you for having me on. It was nerve-wracking because I knew I had a lot of horrible opinions that nobody would agree with.
Oh no, it's fine. We had our fair share as well.
Makes sense. Alright guys, thank you all for watching. Make sure
I
you
only
check
play two
Miharu's
holes over
channel.
and over
She
because
plays
that's all I care
a
about.
lot of
'cause it's fun.
Spyro. And hopefully she will start playing Sly Cooper, especially the third game. Because apparently she doesn't know as much as she should know of the third game.
Well, my favorite one is...
Play the third
the
game.
first
Make a
one.
live stream.
It's the best one. And that's a fact. Undisputed.
Eh.
Best gameplay actually. I like the improvements of the gameplay in the third game. Play the third one. I beg you. Alright guys,
well,
thank you all for watching. Her link is down below. Make sure you check her out and say hi.
Bye!
And that's it. Anything else, Peso?
that is all. We'll hit you guys here soon with another Cooper cast, so keep your eyes out. And we'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.